Alright, is it working? I am Wavium. And oh man, I just ate a plate of leftover spaghetti, so I was 11 minutes late now. Oh, I've took Do Live to go start streaming? Wait, what? Wait, was I never streaming this entire time then? Did I never press Do Live? Okay, now Do Live, Do Live. 11 minutes late. Okay. I was never live the entire time then? You mean every time I said, oh, start live? Or was that since I scheduled it, so I was still live the other times I went live? I'm not too sure. Okay, so I'm speaking. Alright. I am Lavdium. Welcome back to the Bible. It's a horrible thing to say. Welcome back to the Bible. Okay, come on, but... This is a Crucifixion special. Okay, that I just ate a plate full of spaghetti. Man, so that's to normal. So I'm just at the Mirror Dungeon run doing as well. I'll take that nebulizer. I think that's the dust like always. Okay, so I'm at 25. The Parable of 10's Bridesmaids? What? I'm not too sure what this means, alright? So I have the team already? Does. Wow. Alright. 25. Then the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 bridesmaids who took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. The 5 who were foolish didn't take enough olive said, wait, what? I skipped a part. Did not take enough oil for the lamps, but the other 5 were wise enough to take along extra oil. When the bridegroom was delayed, they all became drowsy and fell asleep. At midnight, they were roused by shout. Look! The bridegroom is coming! Come out and meet him! All the bridesmaids got up and prepared their lamps. Then the 5 foolish ones... wait. And the 5 foolish ones asked others, please give us some of your oil, because our lamps are going out. The others replied, you don't have enough oil for all of us. Go to the shop and buy some for yourselves. But while they were gone to buy oil, the bridegroom came. Those who were ready went in with him to the marriage feast, and the door was locked. Later, when the other 5 bridesmaids returned, they stood outside, calling, Lord, Lord, open the door for us. But he called back, believe me, I don't know you. So you, too, must keep watch, for you do not know the day or hour of my return. Parable of the 3 servants. And then, the kingdom of heaven can be illustrated by a story of a man going on a long trip. He told debtor his servants and entrusted his money to them while he was gone. He gave 5 bags of silver to one, 2 bags of silver to another, and 1 bag of silver to the last. Dividing it in proportion to their abilities, he then left on his trip. The servant who received the 5 bags of silver went to invest money and earned 5 more. The servant with 2 bags of silver also went to work and earned 2 more. But the servant who received 1 bag of silver dug a hole in the ground and hid the master's money. After a long time, their master returned from his trip and told them to give an account of how they used his money. The servant whom he had entrusted the 5 bags of silver came forth with 5 more and said, Master, you gave me 5 bags of silver to invest, and I have earned 5 more. The master was full of praise. Well done, my good and faithful servant. You have been faithful in handling this small amount, so now I will give you many more responsibilities. Let's celebrate the debtor. The servant who received the 2 bags of silver came forward and said, Master, you gave me 2 bags of silver to invest, and I have earned 2 more. The master said, Well done, my good and faithful servant. You've been faithful in handling this small amount, so I'm going to give you many more responsibilities. Let's celebrate the debtor. Okay, so the parable or the meaning of this one said not overdo what you're asked. They just told to look over the money, and they went ahead and made more with that money. Or well, the second one went to work. He didn't really spend the money, so I don't know why he's giving the extra 2 bags to him. That doesn't seem fair at all. Because I want to actually use the money to invest. So, but usually they like a commission fee or something from it. I guess not. Then the servant with the one bag of silver came and said, Master, I know you are a harsh man, harvesting crops you didn't plant and gathering crops you didn't cultivate. I was afraid that I would lose your money, so I hid it in the earth. Look, here's your money back. But the master replied, You wicked and lazy servant! If you knew I harvested crops I didn't plant and gathered crops I didn't cultivate, why didn't you deposit my money in the bank? We said to have done some interest on it. Then he ordered, Take the money from the servant and give it to the one with 10 bags of silver. To those who use well what they are given, earn more, even more will be given, and they will have an abundance. But those who do nothing, even with what little they have, will be taken away. And first use your servant into utter darkness, where will be weeping and the gnashing of the teeth. Again, the gnashing of the teeth. Okay, why am I finding the gnashing teeth? The final judgment. A song of grasp. Wait, what? But when the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the angels with him, then he will sit upon his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered in his presence, and he will separate the people as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will place the sheep at his right hand and the goats at his left. It's oddly specific of where you want to place each one, I guess. Oh, I have DVR. I think no, turn off DVR. All right. Okay. Then the king will say to those on his right, Come, you who are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you fed me. I was thirsty, and you gave me a drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me into your home. I was naked, and you gave me clothing. I was sick, and you cared for me. I was in prison, and you visited me. Then these righteous ones will reply, Lord, when did we ever see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink, or a stranger and show you hospitality, or naked and give you clothing? When did you ever see you sick? No, when did we ever see you sick or in prison and visit you? And the king will say, I tell you the truth. When you did it to one of the least of my brothers and sisters, you're doing it to me. Alright, this is the first shop, burning intellect. Take that. Yep, sure. There's no sunset blade. Okay, I think let's upgrade more of the burn diffs now. Is it more burn spread? Oh, the dragon lost a lot of health from being grasped. Wow. Then the king will turn to those on the left and say, Away with you, you cursed ones, into eternal fire, prepared for the devil and his demons! For I was hungry, and you didn't feed me. I was thirsty, and you didn't give me a drink. I was a stranger, and you didn't invite me into your home. I was naked, and you didn't give me clothing. I was sick and in prison, and you didn't visit me. Then they will reply, Lord, when did we ever see you hungry or thirsty, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and not help you? And he will answer, I tell you the truth. When you refuse to help the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you're refusing to help me. And they will go away into eternal punishment. The righteous will go into eternal life. The plot to kill Jesus. When Jesus had finished saying all these things, he said to his disciples, As you know, Passover begins in 2 days. The Son of Man will be handed over to be crucified. At the same time, the reading priests and elders were meeting at the residence of the Tephahas. For the high priest plotting how to capture Jesus secretly and kill him. Okay, I'm gonna take an heavy wiser. How's chicken? How's chicken? But not during the Passover celebration. They agreed, or the people will riot. Oh, there's 2 question marks here. I'm taking that. Jesus anointed at Bethany. Meanwhile, Jesus was in Bethany, at the home of Simon, a man who had previously had leprosy. While he was eating, a woman came in with a beautiful alabaster jar of expensive perfume and poured it over his head. Okay, what's alabaster? Wait, where is it? Alabaster. A fine grade translucent form of basidium. Huh? Calcium sulfate. Oh, these like plaster and fertilizers. Alright. Okay, what's that other word then? Tau? Wait, is that I? Yeah, it's the I. High priest. Oh, that fits me. Joseph ben was the high priest of Israel. Oh, that's who that is. Alright. Okay, now back to the stream. Disciples were indignant when they saw this. What a waste, they said. It should have been sold for a high price and the money given to the poor. But Jesus, aware of this, replied, "For I criticize this woman for doing such a good thing to me. You will always have the poor among you, but you will not always have me. She had poured this perfume on me to prepare my body for burial. I tell you the truth. Wherever the good news is preached throughout the world, this woman's deed will be remembered and discussed." Judas agrees to pay Jesus, betrays Jesus. Then Judas Iscariot, one of the 12 disciples, went to the leading priest and asked, "How much will you pay me to betray Jesus to you?" And he gave him 30 pieces of silver. From that time on, Judas began looking for an opportunity to betray Jesus. The Last Supper. On the first day of the festival of the unleavened bread. What? The disciple came to Jesus and asked, "Where do you want us to prepare a Passover meal for you?" As you go into the city, he told them, "You'll see a certain man. Tell him, 'Teacher says, my time has come. Now I'll eat the Passover meal with my disciples at your house.'" The disciples did as Jesus told them, prepared the Passover meal there. When it was evening, Jesus sat down at the table. The 12, while they were eating, he said, "I tell you the truth. One of you will betray me." Judas asked each one of the "Am I the one, Lord?" He replied, "One of you who has just eaten from this bowl with me will betray me. For the Son of Man must die, as the Scriptures declared long ago. And how terrible it will be for the one who betrays him. It would have been far better for that man if he had never been born." Judas, the one who would betray him, also asked, "Rabbi, am I the one?" And Jesus told him, "You have said it." As they were eating, Jesus took some bread and blessed it, and he broke it into pieces and gave the disciples, saying, "Take this and eat it, for this is my body." What? What? You saw nothing. You mean the tango, man. Come on, chicken! Chicken! Yes, chicken, duh. Nice. That's good. Oh, and it melted paraffin as well. Okay, what diffs do I have to fuse? 1, 2. To go for tier 4. I could go for tier 4 right now. Yeah. Alright, that's good. What can I sell? Oh. 4-2, maxed out already. That's good. Oh yeah, Dregger, you want more raft sales like this? This one's going to go way faster now. Then he took a cup of wine and gave thanks to God for it. He gave it to them and said, "Each of you drink from it, for this is my blood, which confirms the covenant between God and his people. It is poured out as a sacrifice to forgive the sins of many. Mark my words, I will not drink wine again until the day I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom." He sang a hymn and went out to the Mount of Olives. Jesus predicts Peter's denial. On the way, Jesus told them, "Tonight, all of you will desert me. For scriptures say, the God will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. But after I have been raised from the dead, I will go ahead of you to Dawi and meet you there. Peter declared, if everyone else deserts you, I'll never desert you. Jesus replied, I'll tell you the truth, Peter. This very night, before the rooster crows, you will deny 3 times that you even know me. No, Peter insisted. Even if I have to die with you, I'll never deny you. And all the other disciples vowed the same. Jesus prays in dismay. When then Jesus went with them to the olive grove. Ooh, that's just ashes. Okay, fallen flowers. To the olive grove called Decimane. It's Gethsemane. Decimane? That's a horrible butchering. Alright, and he said, sit while I go over there to pray. He took Peter and Zebedee's 2 sons, James and John, and he became anguished and distressed. He told them, my soul is crushed with grief to the point of death. Stay here and keep watch with me. He went on a little farther and bowed with his face to the ground, praying, my Father, if it is possible, let this cup of suffering be taken away from me. Yet I want your will to be done, not mine. Then he returned to the disciples and found them asleep. He said to Peter, couldn't you watch with me even 1 hour? Keep watch and pray, so that you will not give in to temptation. For the spirit is willing, but the body is weak. Then Jesus left them a second time and prayed, my Father, if this cup cannot be taken away, lest I drink it, your will be done. When he has returned to them again, he found them sleeping, but they couldn't keep their eyes open. So he went to pray a third time, saying the same things then. They came to disciples and said, go ahead and sleep. Have your rest. But look, the time has come. Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of the sinner. Up, what's be doing? My betrayer is here. Jesus is betrayed and arrested. And even as Jesus said this, Judas, one of the 12 disciples, out of a crowd of men armed with swords and clubs. They had been sent by the leading priests and elders of the people. The traitor Judas has given them a prearranged signal. You know which one to arrest when I greet him with a kiss. So Judas came right to Judas. Greetings, Rabbi, he exclaimed, and gave him the kiss. Jesus said, my friend, go ahead and do what you have come for. But then the others grabbed Jesus and arrested him. But one of the men with Jesus pulled out his sword and struck the high priest's slave, slashing off his ear. Put away your sword, Jesus told him. Those who use the sword will die by the sword. Don't you realize that I could ask my Father for thousands of angels to protect us, and he would send them instantly? If I did, how would the scriptures be fulfilled that describe what must happen now? Then Jesus said to the crowd, I am some dangerous revolutionary that you come with clubs and with swords and clubs to arrest me? Why didn't you arrest me in the temple? I was there teaching every day. But this is all happening to fulfill the words of the prophets that are recorded in the scriptures. At that point, all the disciples deserted him and fled. Jesus before the council. Okay, so disciples knew about that they still had to follow the scriptures and did end up fleeing since Jesus wanted them to. And then he said, yeah, you will, because the scriptures say so. So they did. Then the people who had arrested Jesus led him to the home of Caiaphas, the high priest, where the teachers of religious law and the elders had gathered. Meanwhile, Peter followed him at a distance and came to the high priest's courtyard. He went in and sat with the guards and waited to see how it would all end. Inside, the leading priests and the entire high council were trying to find witnesses who could lie about Jesus so they could put him to death. Even though they found many who agreed to false witnesses, don't use anyone's testimony. Finally, 2 men came forward who declared, this man said, I am able to destroy the temple of God and rebuild it in 3 days. Actually, yeah, and just burn him to death. Then the high priest stood up and said to Jesus, "Well, aren't you able to answer these charges? Or you have to say for yourself?" But Jesus remained silent. Then the high priest said to him, "I demand in the name of the living God, tell us if you are the Messiah, the Son of God." Jesus replied, "You have said it. In the future you will see the Son of Man seated in the place of power at God's right hand, and coming on the clouds of heaven." Then the high priest tore his clothing to show his horror and said, "Blasphemy! Why do we need other witnesses? You have all heard his blasphemy. Where is your verdict?" No, what is your verdict? "Guilty!" they shouted. "He deserves to die." Then they began to spit in Jesus' face and beat him with their fists. And some slapped him, jeering, "Prophecy to us, you Messiah, who hit you that time." Peter denies Jesus. Meanwhile, Peter was sitting outside in the courtyard. A servant girl came over and said to him, "You were one of those with Jesus the Galilean." But Peter denied it in front of everyone. "I don't know what you're talking about," he said. Later, out by the gate, another servant girl noticed him and said to those standing around, "This man was with Jesus of Nazareth." And then Peter denied it, this time with an oath. "I don't even know the man," he said. A little later, some of the other bystanders came over to Peter and said, "You must be one of them. We can tell by your Galilean accent." Peter swore, "I curse on me if I'm lying. I don't know the man." And immediately the rooster crowed. Oh, Esau. Get more for the sword now. Okay, anything else I need? Book of Vengeance, sure. It's a weird thing to get on floor 3. Suddenly, Jesus' words flashed through Peter's mind. "Or the rooster crows, you will deny 3 times that you even know me." And he went away, weeping bitterly. And Dong Beck is here for Jesus, I guess. Judas hangs himself. Very early in the morning, the leading priests and the elders of the people met again to lay plans for putting Jesus to death. Then they bound him, led him away, and took him to Pilate, the Roman governor. And Judas, who had betrayed him, realized that Jesus had been condemned to die, but was filled with remorse. So he took 30 pieces of silver back to the leading priests and the elders. "I have sinned," he declared, "for I have betrayed an innocent man." "Why do we care?" they retorted. "That's your problem." Then Judas threw silver coins down in the temple and went out and hanged himself. Then, the leading priests picked up the coins. "It wouldn't be right to put this money in the temple treasury," they said. "It was payment for murder." After some time, they finally decided to buy the potter's field, and they made it into a cemetery for foreigners. That is why the field is so called the Field of Blood. This fulfilled the prophecy of Jeremiah that says, "They took the 30 pieces of silver, price which he was valued by the people of Israel, and purchased the potter's field, as the Lord directed." Jesus' trial before Pilate. Now Jesus was standing before Pilate, the Roman governor. "Are you the king of the Jews?" the governor asked him. Jesus replied, "You have said it." But when the leading priests and the elders made their accusations against him, Jesus remained silent. "Don't you hear all these charges they're bringing against you?" Pilate demanded, but Jesus made no response to any of the charges. Much to the governor's surprise, now it was the governor's custom each year during the Passover celebration to release one prisoner to the crowd. And when they wanted, this year there was a notorious prisoner, a man named Barabbas. As the crowds gathered before Pilate's house that morning, he asked them, which one do you want me to release to you? Barabbas or Jesus, who was called the Messiah?" He knew very well that the religious leaders arrested Jesus out of envy. Just as Pilate was sitting on the judgment seat, his wife sent a message. "Leave that innocent man alone. I have suffered enough. I suffered through a terrible nightmare about him last night." Meanwhile, the leading priests and the elders persuaded the crowd to ask for Barabbas to be released and for Jesus to be put to death. The governor asked then, "Which one of these two do you want me to release to you?" The crowd shouted back, "Barabbas!" Pilate responded, "Then what should I do with Jesus, who is called the Messiah?" He shouted back, "Crucify him!" "Why?" Pilate demanded. "What crime has he committed?" The mob roared even louder, "Crucify him!" Pilate saw that he wasn't getting anywhere and that a riot was developing. So he sent for a bowl of water and washed his hands before the crowd, saying, "I am innocent of this man's blood. The responsibility is yours." And all the people yelled back, "We will take responsibility for his death, we and our children." So Pilate released Barabbas to them, and he ordered Jesus flogged with a red-tipped whip, then turned over to the Roman soldiers to be crucified. Well, I take tomato soap. It's fine with the trash power. It won't matter when they're dead. Okay, what else did I get? Unchanging. I'll take that. Alright, we're gonna do a drink of water. Alright, it's time. The Crucifixion. How many chapters are left in Matthew? This is the last page. Alright. Well, it's not going to the last page. It's the last chapter, I guess. Alright, so we mute the game audio. And what to put on from here? Oh, let me try using this music that I saved now. Can we lower that even more? Just so it's a bit lower. Okay. Along the way, they came across a man named Simon, who was from Cyrene, and soldiers forced him to carry Jesus' cross. And they went out to a place called Golgotha, which means place of the stall. The soldiers gave Jesus wine mixed with bitter dough. When he had tasted it, he refused to drink it. After having nailed to the cross, the soldiers gambled for his toes by throwing dice. Wait, where was I? They sat around and kept darts as he hung there. A sign was fastened above Jesus' head, announcing the charge against him. It read, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." 2 revolutionaries were crucified with him, one on his right and one on his left. People passed out and shouted abuse, shaking their hands and mocking. "Look at you now," they yelled at him. "Said you're going to destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days. Well then, if you are the Son of God, save yourself and come down from the cross." The leading priests, the teachers of the religious law, and the elders who mocked Jesus. "He saved others," they scoffed, "but he can't save himself. So he is the King of Israel, is he? Let him come down from the cross right now, and we will believe him. He trusted God, so let God rescue him now, if he wants him, for he said, 'I am the Son of God.'" Even the revolutionaries who were crucified with him ridiculed him in the same way. The death of Jesus. At noon, darkness fell across the whole land until 3 o'clock. At about 3 o'clock, Jesus called out with a loud voice, "Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani?" Which means, my God, why have you abandoned me?" Some of the bystanders misunderstood this, thought he was talking for the prophet Elijah. One of them ran and filled a sponge with sour wine, holding up to him on a reed stick so he could drink. The rest said, "Wait, let's see whether Elijah attempts to save him." When Jesus saw that and released the spirit, at that moment, the curtain in the sanctuary of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook, rocks split apart, and tombs opened. Bodies of many godly men and women who had died were raised from the dead. What? They left the cemetery after Jesus' resurrection, went into the holy city of Jerusalem, and appeared to many people. The Roman officer and the other soldiers at the crucifixion were terrified by the earthquake and all that had happened. They said, "This man truly was the Son of God." And many women who had come from Galilee with Jesus to care for him were watching from a distance. Among them were Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James and Joseph, and the mother of James and John, the sons of Dawi. The burial of Jesus. As evening approached, Joseph, a rich man from Arimathea, who had become a follower of Jesus, went to Pilate and asked for Jesus' body. And Pilate issued an order to release it to him. Joseph took the body and wrapped it in a long sheet of clean wine cloth. He placed it in his own new tomb, which had been carved out of the rock. Then he rolled a great stone across the entrance and left. Both Mary Magdalene and the other Mary were sitting across from the tomb and watching. The guard at the tomb. The next day, on the Sabbath, the leading priests and Pharisees went to see Pilate. They told him, "Sir, we remember that what the deceiver said once. Remember the deceiver once said while he was still alive, 'After 3 days I'll rise from the dead.' So we trust that you seal the tomb until the third day, so to prevent his disciples from coming and stealing his body, and then telling everyone that he was raised from the dead. If that happens, we'll be worse off than we were at first." Pilate replied, "Take the guards to secure the best you can." So they sealed the tomb and posted guards to protect it. The resurrection. Early on Sunday morning, as the new day was dawning, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to visit the tomb. Suddenly, there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord came down from the heaven, rolled aside the stone, and sat on it. His face shone like lightning, and his clothing was as white as snow. The guards shook with fear when they saw him. They fell into a dead faint. Then the angel spoke to the woman. "Don't be afraid," he said. "I know you are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He isn't here. He's risen from the dead, just as he said would happen. Come see where his body was lying, and now go quickly and tell his disciples that he has risen from the dead. He is going ahead of you to Dawi. You will see him there. Remember what I have told you." The women ran quickly from the tomb. They were very frightened, but also filled with great joy, and they rushed to the disciples the angel's message. As they went, Jesus met with them and greeted them, and they ran to him, grasped his feet and worshipped him. And Jesus said to them, "Don't be afraid. Go tell my brothers to leave for Dawi, and they will see me there." The report of the guard. As the women were on their way, some of the guards went into the city and told the leading priests what had happened. A meeting with the elders was called. They decided to give the soldiers a large bribe. They told the soldiers, "You must say Jesus' disciples came in during the night while we were sleeping, and they stole his body. If the governor hears about it, he will stand up for you so you won't get in trouble." So the guards accepted the bribe and said what they were told to say. Their story spread widely among the Jews, and they still tell it today. The Great Commission. Then the 11 disciples left for Dawi, going to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. When they saw him, they worshipped him, but some of them doubted. Jesus came to his disciples. "I have been given all authority in heaven and on earth. Therefore, go and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Teach these new disciples to obey all commands I have given you, and I'll be sure of this, I am with you always, even to the end of the age." And then, Mark. Oh, it opens up on John the Baptist. Alright, but I'm going to end it here. This has been the end of Matthew's chapter of the New Testament. Going to Mark now. Mark has about a good chunk. Luke, John, Acts. Wait, John the Baptist in the arc? I don't know. Or these are just the people who are writing it down. So I'll finish this floor first of the Mirror Dungeon, and then I'll end the stream. I should need let the spaghetti digest a little longer, to be honest. I should have delayed the stream a bit longer. But I was like, you know what? It's a Crucifixion special. I should be there for it. It seems like it's denies all. Alright. I think it was our hunt then for this. I take cigarette holder. It won't matter anyway. Okay, nothing else I need. I won't even be getting any charge. I need the one eco dip for the free charge, but no. I could try fusing. This is super shop actually. Try to fuse something then. Stifled rage, that's bad. Ah man, okay, nothing. Nothing, I say. Just go and just destroy Dongrang real quick. Wait, no, he has a... Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Nizal does have a phase 2 where he does swap, so... Ooh, favored. Really? He's dominating. Yeah, attack that then. The burn will help trashing later on. Alright, this should be enough to kill Dongrang. Or he will go into phase 2, it's gonna take another turn to kill him then. He only has 1,000 health, really? Wow. God, that burn town, he's gonna die. This is just gonna be burnt out, I guess. But I could have better burn this. But I did the Glimpse of Flames early on. It does make everything way faster anyway, so. Free burn count pure hit. Oh, that's... Oh, he doesn't... Okay, so he doesn't have... So that phase doesn't block damage then. Alright. Well, that ends it for here. And fish this run later. The week just started, so I don't have to worry about it. But oh, Tick Shard Disc and Thunder Branch? Yeah. Alright. Wine 4 section 3. Actually, I could just do this fight real quick and finish this run. And then I can start the next part of the Bible tomorrow. Pick up the block. Oh, I shouldn't have done this still. Oh, it still worked. I should have went with one that only needed one coin or could lose the coin and be fine. You never want to one you need multiple coins, all of them to hit heads. Yeah, take the death. Why not? We unfuse it. Okay, should slash one. Just Heath Drift, don't have to worry about that. Nothing. Oh, I didn't buy polarization. Damn. If bosses don't blow up anyway, it won't matter for them. But slash. What do I have to fuse? Okay, got that. Now V-Sun is at the front. What else? What else? Nothing. 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 Okay. Come on, don't stand me this time, T-Word refresh. I don't need Hellfire, but I do want Stew Pot. Stew Pot stood. And I'll take polarization. Oh, I have just enough for it too. Alright. Did I take the melted candle? That? Did Hell's chicken pot recipe book, I guess? That? Fuse this. And it was... I don't have the tier 2 for the other one, do I? No, I don't. So it would have been charred this, and something else. Not these two, no. Alright, that's fine then. I don't really need that one. Or just, oh, two, I have this. Yay. Not, oh, I need it. I need it for my build. Nope. Just under 4 or 5, Glimpse of Flames is enough. That one is just for tankier enemies where if you want burn to activate on hit as well. What happened to the lineup thing? I don't know. Alright. Yeah, what's the one that messed up? I didn't know what happened there, but... Okay, now such that some burn and they will all explode. Why does that do this manually? Because it's one of these fights. And our Blossom Star will help. Alright, we built the fight that does the same thing. Wow. Okay, stacking Sinclair. this W Dawn. It's gonna be attacking Dregger. No one, so Dregger can steal. Okay, who's attacking Yi Song? That'd be Twip, and who's attacking Dawn? Better go for that one instead of that. I think Yi Song can take an energy cycle. So that's fine. I also have this still, so I spread burn on them more. Once the burn starts spreading anyway, they'll all gain better trashing. So it doesn't really matter. And the Helterfry's Dream. Everyone has more burn now? Oh! 25 sanity? Wait, how did they lose sanity? Doesn't matter the damage you do. Oh, it's burn anyway. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Stigmatize? What are you doing? How did they all lose sanity? They all lose 25 sanity from something? Oh, wait, it was the event. The one with the, you know, the broken Tumpas. Tumpas? Wait, is one of them already staggered? Honestly, Marceau is probably the biggest issue here, so... but I bet the burn will still kill him, I think. Yeah, that should be enough burn to kill him. And there's something about healing from Yi Song. Okay, they're all substituted in now. Ishmael's not being attacked by anyone, and they can't trash off anyone. Oh, great. Okay, Dregger can't trash off anyone. Oh, great. Okay, but who would be the tankier one? I'm missing that. Yi Song's being attacked by 2 people. I think Ishmael would be the bigger issue here. Down Success being attacked by 2 people. They are pierced with Slash Weak, so I don't want to go for that. That should be easy enough to win it. Then have the False do that. That should be fine. Once the burn spreads, they all have no burn, that's the thing. It's the thing didn't actually get. Now they all should have enough burn potency. 4 burn potency, huh? That's not a lot. At least he's hitting a lot of heads right now. How much does it actually do? Oh, it did stagger. Oh. That one has no burn, really? Oh, they have burn now. 8 burn, that's it? I thought this was better for spreading burn. I should have got some more ego lifts or something. But... oh, that's one just straight up killed him. Wow. Okay, now just I'll attack the sheep. I guess. And it should just die in 1 turn, I think. Only 4,000 HP. Yeah, it's dead. It's alright, 99 burn. After 1 attack, 99 burn. This will help heal Synchroid's SP. It doesn't even matter about the SP heal right now, anyway. This thing's dead. Completely dead. Oh, it's still using electric streaming. Boss part it staggered, maybe. Oh, they didn't. We had 27 burn on them. Well, there it is. That's another run done. Finished the first part of the New Testament. Claim that. And now I am done. Maybe I haven't checked my achievement progress for how many wins I have so far in the Mirror Dungeons. So... from the first part of the Bible, I jumped about 25. So I did 2 every time. The 5th, or no, the last one. So I did about 8 runs so far while reading the Bible. So it took me 8 Mirror Dungeon runs to actually complete the first part of the Bible. So and I think this is also the longest part as well. So I don't know how long it'll take me to do the other ones, and or if I'll even get to 50 in the time frame it takes me to read the Bible. So, I've been Lavdium. Bye.